Well, hey everybody, welcome to Aaron's 31 Days of Horror, and today will be a top 10 list. Top 10 paranormal films. Now, let me tell you right off the bat, I'm not the biggest ghost film expert. It doesn't scare me, ghosts. I love ghosts. I love ghost films, but it doesn't necessarily scare me. I kind of thought before we started, I'd give you kind of my rules of being a paranormal film since I'm not the biggest lover of them. So, obviously, ghosts are a part of this countdown, right? Things that are from the beyond are part of this countdown, otherworldly kind of things. I also included witches within the paranormal because there's a sense of magic, I think, to them, the sense of understanding the other side to them a little bit more. And I also included devils, demons, possession within this paranormal countdown. All of this is subjective. This is a top 10 for me personally. I just want to share with you how these films affected me and why I fell in love with them or why they are where they're at in the countdown. So this isn't that necessarily these are the greatest films. These are just Aaron's personal takes, personal views, and then maybe we start a conversation down below and you tell me yours and we can talk about horror. Let's get going. Just a reminder, there will be possibly light spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil this film where it's going to ruin the film for you, right? So you can still see all of these movies. Number 10, Late Night with the Devil. At first I wasn't about this film. I didn't get the hype about it. It had great reviews by audience and critics, and afterwards I was like, okay, that was it. But afterwards, I still think about it. I still think about this film and the possession of it and the ideas behind it with the late night kind of motif behind it. I can't think of a better word, but the late night scenery about it, the late night setting to it, as well as the little girl and the performance she gives and the ending of it all too. I'm not a possession girly, but they did a good job. Number 9, Carrie. Now, is Carrie a possession film? Is it a witch film? What is it, right? Well, it's a witch film to me, so Carrie, come on. Oh, wow, that... I didn't know, all I knew was this girl with blood on her. Like, that's all I ever heard of as a little boy, and then I finally got to see it and feel its impact. I guess it could be almost psychological horror, but to me it follows under more of a paranormal kind of experience for me of otherworldly things from the beyond coming, and Carrie getting hers. Yeah. Number 8, The Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project probably doesn't hold up, but when I went and saw it, we all thought it was real. Why we thought that? We just believed it, right? We believed it, that these were just footage of them. Some of us were like, well, I think that's just like them reenacting it. But this really happened either way. Either we believed it was real footage because of the way it came out, right? Like, it was almost like if someone found the film and presented to people. And so it was, with that mentality, it was scary. Like, I remember being in the theater as a young boy with my friends, with people, and we were freaked out. And we freaked out afterwards, too. You didn't want to turn the lights out and you didn't want to look out your window. 7, Poltergeist. Poltergeist is such one that's like clear, near and dear to my heart. I saw it as a little boy with my family, and they showed it to me because they saw me fall in love with horror and thought we need more of a family-friendly kind of horror, and that's kind of what Poltergeist is, right? Still scary, still spooky, but happening to a family, something relatable as a family, as well as it's not gory or bloody in a crazy way. So it will always, Carol Ann, come on, always hit home. The psychic that comes, what's her name? But she does such a great job, and she's the helper but also spooky in her own way. Poltergeist. Number 6, Paranormal Activity. I remember after I saw Paranormal Activity, I was with my boyfriend and we left and came back home, and we had like a white walls everywhere just like in the film, and I remember looking down the hallway and thinking something was down that dark hallway. I could not sleep that night after we had seen it. He was totally fine, and I typically don't get affected like that. It's typically the other way around, but I was really affected. I couldn't stand the silence that was happening in our house. I couldn't stand looking down in our apartment. It got Paranormal Activity, so I'll remember that about it every time I think about Paranormal Activity. We're at the top 5, The Sixth Sense. I debated about putting this in psychological, and it was in there for a bit, but I think the psychological element to it is ghostly, right? No spoilers. No spoilers, but that ending, right? That ending, that plot twist, got everybody. I don't care who you are. You can say, oh, I knew. Sure you did. Sure you did, girl. Maybe you did, but it really got you. And the performances in it, everyone in it was so heart wrenching. Toni Collette, again, come on, girl. Haley Joel Osment, oh, even Bruce Willis, so great in it. And it set up M. Night Shyamalan, whatever you think of him now, but at the time was like horror auteur because it was just so scary. Effectively scary. Not jump scare, effectively. 4. The Craft. After The Craft, I did Light as Feather Stick for support with all my girlfriends. The Craft, got me thinking I'm a goth girly. The Craft got me thinking that I need to become a witch. I wanted to call summon the north, south, east, and west, like on the beach with them. Oh my gosh, and Fruza Balk, Nancy, really is scary. She does a great performance. It was like they were the cool girls, the outcasts, and it was hot and sexy, and they got back at the men too. Gosh, maybe that's what created a feminist in me, was The Craft. Still watch that film. Love The Craft. Love it. I really am questioning myself about putting witches in paranormal, but I don't think they're monsters. I refuse to believe that. I guess it could be psychological witches, but I do think that witches have this feeling of the great beyond, of knowing what comes after the afterworld, and kind of aligned with the devil, but not really, right? But in folklore, whatever. 3. Hell House LLC. Now, before we begin, I don't know where this really falls, but I went paranormal with it. It is kind of devil oriented. It is kind of ghostly oriented, possession kind of oriented. So it's there for me. And number 3, Hell House LLC. I have just recently come into the Hell House LLC, and I haven't watched the rest of them. Should I watch the rest of them? Is it even worth it after the first one? Because the first one was so effective. Wow, the haunted house thing about it was already scary, and then things happening within it. I showed my friends this year, and they all still found it really scary, fun, right? So we're having a fun time. It's not it's not gonna haunt you for days. It's just good, just well done, and it's over like 15 years old, so somewhere in that. So Haunted House LLC. 2. The Conjuring. I just rewatched The Conjuring, and it was still freaking creepy. Come on, scary. And the dresser, I can remember seeing this and being like, you were on the edge of your seat, not knowing what was going to happen, how it was going to end, and you thought it was real to a degree, right? Like you were like, okay, so these things probably didn't all happen, but overall, the story did. And so it really got you, and it set up a whole universe that never lived up to the first, to be honest. Because the first, there's no topping The Conjuring when it comes to that paranormal kind of scare, in my opinion. But maybe there is, because it's number 2. Number 1. Now, what is this number 1? Is it possession? Is it demons and devils? Is it otherworldly ghosts? It's really up to you to decide once you see it. It is When Evil Lurks. Saw this one for my first time last year, and man, does it stay with me. I could watch it over and over. It is horror here. It is horror here. It is horror here. It is affecting you. It is an Argentinian film. So it's all Spanish, but I watched subtitles, and it was just so good. So effective, and it keeps you on ground level, which I love. It doesn't explain too much about what the entity is. It leaves you what you would know if you were in the situation, as much as you would know. And the horror of it, the scares of it, the chase of it, the running from whatever it is that's within you or not within you, that paranormal thing, that ghostly thing. I think it's demon oriented more than it is anything, but and whether or not you like the ending, it's all subjective, right? But When Evil Lurks, I went straight to my number 1 of this kind of list, right? Right to number 1. So if you haven't seen it, I say go see it. So there you have it. That's my top 10 paranormal films. Now, I don't even know if I should call it paranormal. I think that's the only way to kind of get it to the masses, but I would say otherworldly. From the otherworldly vibes is the category, really, since I'm just not a ghost-going girl, really. Let me know what you think. What do you think of my top 10? What would you put in there? What did I leave out? What are ghost films, paranormal films that got you? I love what scares you. I really do. And I hope you love what scares me. It's all so personal and subjective. And horror is so broad. It's a broad concept. So let's not boo on each other's scare. Let's not send hate down there. Let's send love. It's okay to disagree. If you can, like, comment, subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get notified I like to say warned that I'm gonna have a video out. And if you like more of this content, let me know below what I should do, for the rest of 31 days. We're almost at the ending, so what should I do next? Maybe down in the comments. What's other possibility if you're liking this kind of content for me? Happy Halloween!